go. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah, we got DREAMCASTMCFLY in the building. What's up?
What's up, my man?
Yo, thank you for pulling up. I don't even fucking know you. I really don't. But you hit me up, and I was like, yo, let me look into this guy's page. Let me see what he's about. And I was like, yo, dope shit. Like, you really out here trying and really getting yourself into different environments. Like, I feel like a lot of people miss their opportunities because they don't try. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't, like, just commit or just put something out there. But you seem like you are on your way to doing a lot more.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The problem a lot of people have is they get in their own way. And it's all type of things. Listening to the wrong people, listening to people who haven't been where you even want to go, everybody's own fear and anxiety. And sometimes all of these things are literally your own roadblocks. You got to clear that out your way.
What were some of those fear, anxiety-driven moments for you in the beginning that you had to clear up?
Oh, man. For me, I just had to get out of my own head. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. When I go on stage, I'm just there to have fun.
Dope.
And everybody to have fun with me.
Hell yeah. What was that first moment like that people started having fun with you?
Funny enough, I don't personally think okay, so like looking back on footage, I'm like, oh nah, I could have done better, or oh, I could have did this, did that. But I can feel blessed and truthfully say like I've never been booed off stage or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never been booed off stage. For me, that first moment where I was just like, okay, I'm having fun. I was 16, 17 and performed for my school.
Dope.
Made it a whole experience. Like, had a guy announcing me. He like recited a poem. It was funny as hell. I had 3 backup dancers the whole time.
Lit. Hell yeah. You did choreography and shit like that?
Yeah. I started throwing like the random hot dances at the time. Like,
lit.
What was it called? Wu-Tang.
What?
Yeah. Shit was hilarious.
That's funny as fuck. And what got you to creating that Marketing 101? And it's a podcast, right? You have essentially?
Not a podcast.
Because it does stream that way.
That's you. No. It's more so just it's a broadcast channel.
Okay.
It's a new thing Instagram created. It's just a place where I want artists and other creatives to go to kind of learn things that I've learned over the years and picked up through market research, through being in countless webinars, seminars, meeting A&Rs, and just giving them a little bit of insider stuff. For the stuff that takes a little bit more of my time, like of course I charge, but it's like small things. I have a monthly class that I'm going to be doing. It's only $20 a month for people to join, and just we discuss game plans on Zoom. For private ones, that's a little different story.
Talk to me about it.
For private marketing campaigns, I gotta see, like, of course, if they're ready to like really go full on out. That's more like $500 a month.
Wow. And what were some of were you gonna say something? Because what?
Oh no, just because like I had to put more in time into tailoring specifically for them.
I see. Have any of your like clients in these situations have experienced improvement within their own craft, within their own like lifestyle, within their own, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Shoot, some of my own proteges even blasted past me,
really?
And I love that.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah.
I never want anybody be pigeonholed. I do this to push artists to, their full potential.
Okay. So what are some of marketing tools and, situations that artists can use to benefit them in their artistry? Attract people to come in, maybe attract venues to look at them. What are some marketing tools?
So Instagram's hashtag search, even though they say like hashtags are dead, it's still a powerful tool because you can literally look up anything you want. You can literally just siphon other people. Like you could go for you go to like Russ's page or even a fan page and just start liking people's comments. They're gonna be like, who is this? And it's proven. Like I actually coach one of my acting buddies on social media marketing.
Why'd you pick Russ?
Huh?
Why'd you pick Russ?
It's the hair.
I was waiting. I felt like he was gonna brush over this shit. Funny motherfucker, bro.
Damn, I was really trying to just brush it over. Oh man. So yeah, I told him just go to actors' pages, start like liking the comments, interact with those people in bigger communities. And it's proven he hasn't paid a dime for any ads, and in a week he's gained like 50 followers.
You mind?
Go right ahead, my man.
And he's getting 50 followers just from this?
Just from that thing alone.
That's interesting. Now, when has the importance of understanding marketing, understanding yourself, like for me, it seems like everyone is just trying to build a brand, and then put that brand out into other brands that, coincide with their beliefs and et cetera, et cetera. It seems like people are less people and more of a business portfolio.
Yeah. I mean, I always tell people like you have to know yourself to define your brand, but it's not about the brand, it's about the person. Do you show your personality online? Do you only talk about your achievements? Are you only about yourself? Because I say this a lot. The whole world is ran by comms.
Ran by what?
Comms.
Comms?
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
Communication. Community. Compassion.
I fuck with that. Hell yeah.
That's the entire world.
That's true. Because without it, it's like, what do we have?
Not a damn thing.
Nothing. It's crazy.
Not a damn thing. There's no such thing as self-made.
Are you like a Spanish, white, black guy, like mix?
I'm
part Irish.
I'm as American as an African can get. I'm Malagasy, good sir.
Word? Okay. And were you born here?
No.
Okay. Where were you born?
Madagascar.
Really? Shit, when did you come here? I was born in Venezuela.
Venezuela?
Yeah.
My man.
Hell yeah. So when did you come over here?
Right away.
Well, I feel like you're not telling me the fucking truth.
Right away.
You from Madagascar. Like where the fucking animals are at and shit.
There's people there too.
I'm sure there are, but you know what I mean? Like, they don't really talk about them. You know what I'm saying? All we know is about them exotic animals. That's so dope. Well, you still have family out there?
Yeah.
How is it out there? Like, it's
paradise.
Yeah?
Yeah. Most of my family's over here. They're in Atlanta right now.
Hell yeah. You like Atlanta?
Oh, I love Atlanta.
I haven't been, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
Yo.
Haven't been. It's dope. You fuck with my giraffe.
I fuck with the giraffe.
There's a story behind the giraffe.
It reminds me of home.
Really? This guy. That's funny shit. All right, why do I feel like you've done drugs? You've done
What you mean?
psychedelics?
Of course.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
course.
Let's dabble into that conversation. What?
Of course.
What kind of psychedelics? What was your first psychedelic experience like, and like what did you learn?
Oh man. First time I ever took psychedelics, I was like 17, 18. It was actually just after a big performance that I had. Me and my producer, we skipped school to celebrate, and we took some shrooms.
How about shrooms?
Took a whole eighth.
You took a whole eighth the first time by yourself. Woo!
Took a whole eighth.
What happened?
Shit, everything. Nah. We went to the wilderness. There was like this Indian, well, not Indian, Native American burial ground, and it was fucking dope. I started seeing my grandmother poke her head from behind the trees, and I'm like, "You've been dead for 10 years.
She's been watching you.
What are you doing here?" She was watching me. And then like we ran into some people who were like either on Molly or Coke or something. Like the vibes were off. We're like, "Oh no, get away from me."
That'd be that way.
It'd be that way. Like when you're on another.
Yeah, different frequencies.
Yeah, when you're on shrooms or acid, like you meet someone who's on the complete opposite spectrum, it's gonna be weird vibes.
That's true. Especially if you're not ready for it.
Yeah, acid was dope. Like, I made peace with my inner child, and like, my homegirls literally like took me to a club, and I literally danced the whole night until they had to like drag me out of there.
Oh man, you were one of those. They were trying to go home. You're like, this motherfucker's like, I'm feeling my life and future and universe. That's funny.
It was dope, and then the two girls, like, they went to bed, and I'm just in the corner watching Dark Fantasy on my laptop.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we couldn't get much higher. I mean, actually, we did, but at that time, we didn't get much higher. I was like, damn, there's not a better hip-hop album.
What are some of the most influential people in your life?
Most influential people in my life?
It could be that people you don't know or people that you do know, you know? It could be whatever extreme. You know?
For sure. I'd rather stick to the people that I've actually met.
Okay. Yeah.
One of them is definitely Pharrell. Met him twice. Once at South Beach. The conversation was very brief because his security was on dick. And the second time, he was out with his wife at this sushi restaurant that I used to work at. I was on a date. It was not going too well.
Why?
It's
vibes.
like the vibes, you know, like I'm noticing like she's drinking most of the sake and the beer, and she's like, I'm not an alcoholic. And then I'm like, I didn't ask you, but I think you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, right.
I think you're an alcoholic. But then like she was, Pharrell's wife went to the bathroom. She was boring the living shit out of me. So I'm like, this is my chance. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to talk to Pharrell right now.
Word.
And it was very insightful. He told me like...
So you just went to his table?
Yeah, it was very insightful. He just started talking to me. I was asking him like pointers on being a musician. He told me like, stop listening to your genre, go listen to other ones, study how they write songs, and then go back.
Interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, I would say that's great advice from someone who created his own sound, right? Like, and that to me is what is most appeasing in music. If you have your own sound, you know, a lot of people I do feel like they do try to generate a certain sound, but I do also understand it's kind of like just circumstance, like what they have been grown to like the most. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, can't do anything about that. But I do feel like having your original sound is important. You know, it kind of gives you something that AI can't take.
Exactly. It gives you your own edge. Like,
I hope shit AI been taking everything. How you feel about AI?
oh man, it's a great tool when used correctly.
Funny. I've had another person too say that they really like it too. I fuck with it too. I've used ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's fine. No AI making art because nothing generated from a computer can give that raw emotion. Whether it's a painting, whether it's a song, whether it's a dance piece, whether it's visuals.
Have you seen some of the art? Have you seen some of the artwork?
I have, but there's no emotion in it.
Really? It's just too perfect.
It's too perfect.
That's what you're saying.
Can't AI a Basquiat painting. Can't.
That's some shit.
You can AI Drake all you want, but you can't AI Snola Allegra's vocals.
That's what you're saying. Well, do you feel that aspect of AI is not even something that it can ever obtain because it's more so of a natural spirit? The spirit is the conqueror of the universe itself, almost, you know?
Yeah,
and it's
sure.
like technology wants to try to overcome the spirit.
For sure. There's no way it's gonna ever capture that.
What was the first time you made a song, and what was that song about?
Wow, first time I made a song.
My first song was mad governmental, mad conspiracy, mad like.
Damn, nah, I was a lover boy in high school, so it was definitely like about trying to impress some girl.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't call nobody, before 18, my exes. That was my childhood friend. She will not be named. You will not receive clout from me.
It's all good. She knows.
But it's all good.
She knows who she is. So what's the first song like? What did it give you besides that girl?
It showed me like I know how to structure songs. Actually it helped me like write R&B songs for other artists too.
Shit, dope. So you're a ghostwriter?
Yes.
Dope. How'd you get into that lane?
I was in high school. I knew a lot of singers. They didn't know how to write their own shit. Most of the time, a lot of singers don't.
Wow.
Or they just need like new perspectives. I was like, yeah, I could write R&B songs. So the whole weekend long, I was listening to Neo's albums and the Dreams albums on repeat.
The Dream, yo.
Yeah, but his formula.
And he's a writer.
He's a great writer,
yeah.
But his formula is too easy to pick up.
Well, it's his own.
It is his own.
Right.
But it's like anytime I hear someone else singing songs, I'm like, I already know the Dream wrote it.
Oh, well, shit. Give an example.
Something people might not know he wrote. Single Ladies.
Single Ladies?
Yeah. He wrote Single Ladies.
For real?
Deadass.
Oh, shit.
And how I could tell is, after the hook, he always has like a couple bars of just, it's not even words, it's a sound effect. Think about it. Umbrella, Ella, A. Oh, 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 oh.
Certain like just simple hits, right? Like simple.
Yeah, it's not even words. It's
almost. And you can tell that based out of that writing. I'm gonna look this shit up, but based out of that writing, you can tell that that's the Dream.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope as fuck, man. That's crazy. Have you noticed that in other people's? Let's say, I hear Neo also is a writer as well, right? He does that many times.
Yeah, you can tell by his beats more so. Like what he wrote, Take a Bow with Rihanna. It's like that whole guitar sultry sound. Like,
And right now, do you have something that you would, I don't know, maybe want to show to the people?
I think I might.
I bet. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, live, we have DREAMCASTMCFLY. I hope y'all ready for him.
I need closure, need to refocus, need some weed smoke and free my own soul, man. Throw a spear at the owner, tell the devil to his face, baby, show me my opponent, man. You can't box me in, and who you talking crazy with cannot be him. If we talking business, then lock me in. I spit facts, that's why they gotta copy this, you dig me? You my favorite, you and it don't get old. Come and get a taste on while the champagne's cold. We don't do the usual yet, a little more than you used to yet. So we don't do the usual yet, a little more than you used to. Fashion week, don't get me started. Pink rosé, it's French imported. Salute the king, we that important. Do the thing while no one's watching. Ayy, don't need validation from an audience. Authentic and it's obvious, that's why they be applauding it. See it how I'm calling it, that before the sign of rent. Swear it on my mom and then my promise I'm a prophet here. Moved by many things but not by fear. How you gonna say it's not our year? Yeah, annually I'm elevated, we deserve a celebration. Toasting to all the ones who made it. Hey, you ain't even gotta say it, boys all grown up. When the game ain't either saving, always call on us. It's all on us. The world don't make you feel it, but we're all enough, and that's why you my favorite, you and it don't get old. And come and get a taste on why the champagne's cold.
Hey, yo, did that shit. Hell yeah. Yo, you
Thank
fucking
you, man.
teleported. Yo, that was fucking dope as fuck.
Thank you, my man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
What? Alright, yo, so you gotta break that shit down. Where was the inspiration from that? That felt like old school, but you also did bring a new like flavor into it. And then also on top of that, you said that was a part of an album, right?
Yeah. So I'm working on a project, the follow up to my 2018 project, Dank Ocean. Inspiration.
What's it called?
Dank Ocean.
Dank Ocean?
Yeah.
Should be dank, right?
Should be dank. It's Miami shit.
Right.
I wanted something that like fully embodies just everywhere I've been. From Africa, Atlanta, Miami, New York. With this particular song, I was just in a different headspace, and I was just looking at the bigger picture of everything. I wanted something that was like celebratory of
I felt that.
not just me, but like everybody I'm around, because
I felt this by what I mean by that is I felt a celebratory like I said, it was a celebration almost. You know what I mean? I did feel that type of vibe from the song.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. It was just celebration of life, celebration of longevity, celebration of just me and my team, and how we're all elevating and pushing each other to push the envelope.
That's fucking dope, yo. And this team was assembled. Well, shout out the team.
Shout out team. Shout out to my man Zach. We do a lot of fashion work together.
Shout out Zach.
Shout out to my man's Frank. He's our model coordinator. Shout out to my people like I do the acting with. Vega, he's an amazing director. He's an amazing director. The actor I was telling you about earlier, Ari, he's actually like my acting coach.
So right, you said you were gonna be in a movie.
Yes.
Talk to me about this movie and what's your role?
So my role, it's just a small cameo, setting up a scene, just like a little nod to the audience. because I'm on the soundtrack, and the
You're
movie.
the sound, one of the songs in the movie.
Yeah,
That's dope.
The movie's called "Burden of Nine Lives."
Mm.
So it's a crime thriller. This guy, he has he sets up a black market deal and it goes south, and now he's on the run.
Mm. Shit.
So it's like, how many times can he cheat death?
Not many. 9 lives. Oh,
9.
shit. Nice. I get that. That's fire. And then one of your songs is on the movie.
Yeah, I
What
can't
song?
say how many.
Oh,
I can't
okay.
say how many.
Can you say one song? Is it out already or not? It's not out yet.
It's not even out yet.
Okay. And how'd you get that deal? Was it something like connections, or you put it out somewhere, it just got picked up? Like, how did that work out?
Oh, I have a personal relationship with the director. Me and him go back a couple years, and I was doing marketing for Coca-Cola. I was trying to facilitate that deal, but outside forces kind of blocked that from happening. Regardless, he was like, we don't care about the Coca-Cola shit. We just want you. Like, come on board.
That's what's up. Oh, yeah.
It was real. Like, that was real love. Like,
Right.
he could have just dubbed everything.
Right.
So he gave me a shot. Like, I had a few lines in the movie, and then it carries the setup, basically the bigger plot.
Wow. That's fucking dope, man. And do you find yourself getting more, how would I say, once you've had this accomplishment, because it is an accomplishment as a musician, right, to get this into fruition, if you will.
Yeah.
Do you feel like within this accomplishment, you've also learned another new dynamic in music?
Elaborate.
Because like how I feel like about it is that, okay, it takes a certain amount of time to understand music to a point where people like it, and then also there's music for different settings. What do you say? So then I feel like there is something to certain music when you listen to it in a movie. I feel like Lizzo, like she popped off in a movie. I feel like, because I first time me listening to one of her songs was in a movie. I forgot what movie it was.
There was a movie, but what really blew Lizzo up was Issa Rae, the Insecure show.
Oh, word. So she played her music there too.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, I know the Issa Rae show, and I probably heard the song, and I didn't even notice it that much. But the way it hit in the movie that I'm telling you about, I don't know, it just hit different.
Yeah, no, it always hits different. With the Issa Rae, it's like you don't even notice because there's so much other stuff going on. But like, shout out to her. She helped a lot of artists blow up.
I feel like there is something to understand that. Okay. There's something that I thought of before. Like, we all have a song. Like, I feel like everyone has a song. Like, I feel like everyone can play a part into something that is a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. A lot of times, we as artists, we get so caught up in just creating. We kind of ignore the music that we already have that hasn't been nurtured. When you have that song, and whatever it is, like, keep that song going. A lot of people don't realize a lot of hits, they're not overnight. It's pushed years.
Yeah.
Day and Night was like 3 years old by the time we heard it.
Kid Cudi's Day and Night?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I believe it.
It was recorded in 2006.
Wow.
We got it in 2009.
Wow. How did you find that out?
I heard the original version when Jim Jones tried to hop on a remix.
Oh, shit. I remember Jim Jones. I used to work for UPS, and I was delivering packages, and I saw him on West Broadway. He was chilling, yo. He was about to go eat some good food. I was like, you got me my first lap dance.
Damn, that's wild. That's wild. Dude.
It's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you remember artists from different points in your life. Like, I remember T-Pain because there was this girl that for her birthday, she rented out like a limousine, yo, and she had all her friends pull up, and she invited me. I was like lit. And I remember I had my arm around her, and I was listening to T-Pain. I was like, oh shit, yeah. It was like a memory.
Did you buy her a drink?
I was mad young. I didn't buy no drink.
You ain't.
I was like, what? I don't even know, bro. I was in elementary school. Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you bought her a Kool-Aid. Copy.
Yo, shit, in that situation, she had the money, bro.
Right. Right. She bought you a Kool-Aid.
Type shit. Yo, so, all right, so tell me about your experiences moving around so much. Because, like, I feel like not many people get to live in fucking Africa, get to live here, get to live over there. You know what I mean? Like, so what was the cultural shocks from moving from one place to another, realizing, you know, people live differently?
The first time I really experienced culture shock was when I was in Miami. It was like my first day of high school, and you know, I'm a morning person. I learned a lot of people aren't.
I feel you on that though.
So like, I'm just trying to like, you know,
right.
Get to know my classmates.
Like, hi, good morning, right?
Hi, good morning.
Shut the fuck up.
They're like, why the fuck you so friendly, dog? And I'm like, why are you angry at 7 a.m.? How do you have this?
Right.
How do you have this? But it's a mindset thing, you know? Like, there's people who hate Mondays. I love Mondays. It's my second day in the week. I start everything on Sunday.
Sunday? Okay. All right. I mean, it's all relative, right? Why do we follow any day?
Exactly.
But it's the system that it's placed. So that's what we follow. Do you feel like going from a place like Africa and then coming to a place like Miami, you said, right, Miami was the first place you moved to?
I lived in Atlanta briefly. Not even enough to like remember much.
Right.
I like went back more in my adulthood, but it was Miami mostly.
What was it like growing up, going through high school, and then developing your sound? Because Miami is flavorful, right? You got a lot of Latinas, like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? I'm fucking with y'all.
Yeah, that's what's promoted mostly in Miami. There's still a strong Caribbean culture. A lot of the rage music came from Miami. A lot of dope sounds, like that song I played earlier. Like that's a Miami producer.
Dope.
Well, no, actually that's a Dublin producer. But I told him like I want that Miami sound, and he got it.
Oh yeah, that's lit. And these are all just people that you met along your journey, right?
Yeah.
That's the part about being an artist or being someone that's taking a chance. A lot of people, when you look at people that live here or live there, whatever the case might be, like they stay in those areas. You know what I mean? Like they want to be in their comfort zone. Did you ever feel like, okay, you're not that way because you see more of the world, you want to see more of the world, you felt that way because it was just your situation?
I definitely wanted to see more of the world. There was a point where I felt like I was in Miami too long, and I'm like, now I'm just running in the same circles. I'm hitting a roadblock. Let me go up to New York and try it out. And that was 2016, and I made a couple good things happen for myself, I would definitely say.
Okay.
The journey's never actually easy. If it is, you should be suspicious.
Right. Yeah. It shouldn't be too easy.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't ever want anything that's too easy.
When did you find your way in New York, and what was that moment like for you?
I feel like that really happened when I finally like had a headline show at Harlem Nights,
Mm.
because it was like I'm not from this city, not even from this place at all, and for me like that was kind of a big deal. A lot of really dope and talented individuals are always coming through Harlem Nights. Sometimes A&Rs are just seeing who's there.
Do you feel that there is a lot to learn from A&Rs? There's a lot to learn from these people, although you are staying independent, or you are independent?
Yeah, I'm independent.
So, like, there's a lot to learn from people like this, right? And
Absolutely.
what are some of those things that you've learned?
Absolutely. It's definitely important as artists, because we're always just, like I said, hopped up on the creating part. A lot of us just generally aren't business savvy enough. And learning from A&Rs, sometimes they don't want to give you direct questions, so you kind of got to like give discovery questions. It's like a cycle.
Answers?
Yeah. Sometimes they won't give you direct answers, so you kind of got to ask discovery questions to kind of like, it's like a psychological game.
Right.
Like, ask them about certain things, but not like you're curious, like you know, but you're just confirming.
Right.
And because they're 9 times out of 10 they're experts in what they do, they'll either confirm what you said or be like, no, that's not how this works. So this is such and such and such. And the whole time I'm just writing notes. I'm like, thank you for your cooperation.
That's some funny shit. Do you feel like there was a moment for you that music and going into acting or going into any artistic like pursuit, right? That it is a mental game. A lot.
Definitely. So funny thing is, I started with the acting. I used to be doing plays and skits in general, and then I got more serious in the music thing. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like, with hip hop, like 9 times out of 10, like especially in that era where I was making music or starting to make music, like it's based on how cool of a motherfucker you are. And then acting's about like being able to show your array of emotions and just be. So they kind of clashed a little bit, but I'm like, it's like riding a bike. Like once I've gotten the hang of things, I'm back in my zone.
You get emotion with it. That's dope. Is it something you can use for other avenues of life, you feel?
Absolutely. I feel like the acting and like just being in acting classes made me better as a performer, because now it's not just me rapping on a stage or just jumping around. Like I could give a whole like performance with my body language. It definitely opened me up more as a writer as well. Some of the songs I wrote in Africa are like really heartfelt. Even like that song I performed, it's called Perspectives, because it was just me like viewing the world in a different way. The last line is the world don't make you feel it, but we're all enough.
Right, I heard that. I like that one too. And it's true. I feel like everyone plays a role in this shit. In this whole life. Everyone's alive for a fucking reason, you know? Out of all the people that could have been alive, it was you. You know? There was this short story that a college professor of mine gave to me that was really dope. It's called The Egg by Andy Weir. Well, told me to read, rather. And it was an interesting perspective because I'm not gonna give it away because I want you to read it on your own time, or I want the viewers to read it on their own time. Is like, it's cool, but I feel like the perspective it really gives is that like, what you do to yourself or what you do to others. No, what you do to others is what you're doing to yourself. That's what I'm gonna say. There's mad dope shit into it, but what you're doing to others is literally what you're doing to yourself. Yeah.
I like that.
Like bad or good. You know what I'm saying?
Karmic energy.
It's true. It's what kind of releases everything in this world. Is there anything that you want to, I don't know, let the people know in terms of what makes you in this universe of ours?
I mean, there's a lot of things I could go on about, but I'd say most importantly, I try to make an impact, and I understand the comms of the world: communication, compassion, and community. And I just want to, utilize my talents, my platform, and make the world a better place for people. As cliche as that sounds, like I'll sprinkle little messages of self-healing in my music.
And where can the people find you?
All right, check me out. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, MySpace, LinkedIn, your girl's house, DREAMCASTMCFLY.
So yeah, thank you for coming through, bro.
No problem, man.
Go. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah.